Does someone need to be crazy to be my friend, Yetta?
No, and it sure helped.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We're excited to welcome you to another episode of Life's Inside Track. I'm Yetta Decker.
And I'm Ken Decker.
And we get to share techniques, thoughts, tips, tools, and some tactics that we all need, we all deserve. You, I, everyone. So we get to turn our house into home, our families thrive, and we live the best life possible. In this segment, we're going to consider which friends, it's going to sound harsh, right? Which friends might we want to stop? Like, which friendships are moving you forward? It doesn't mean like in a moment, if they're not moving you forward, you want to dump them. But there are times where we probably need to consider what friends we want to dump so we can move forward. As harsh as that sounds.
It may even be a romantic friend.
It could be.
That's not working.
I got it. So, Ken Decker, we're going to consider that. Mm-hmm. And so if you're thinking, Yetta, you crazy? I don't stop my friends stop me. No, that happens too, though. Like some people stop me.
Yeah.
That's the reality. There is this sense of ebb and flow that not every friendship that we make lasts a lifetime.
No.
I mean, we've talked about that on other episodes. This one's a little more in your face.
We're going to be very purposeful around friendships as we're coming up to this coming year. And, making visions and goals and plans for what our year's going to look like. Why not make plans? And we have in the past, and it's worked out really well, plans of who's missing in our friendship list. Who do we need to release so that there's room for other relationships?
Yeah,
right? Because you have a limited amount of space for friends.
For everything, right? So we've talked about so often the 1440. Right? The 1,440 minutes that we have every single day. Or as Amber, our daughter-in-law, says, the 24 hours a day. And usually a third of them are consumed or thereabouts with sleep. Same with rest. Rest
and recovery.
Rest, recovery, sleep, rejuvenation.
Sleep sounds like you're lazy.
Oh, well,
It's rest and recovery.
And rejuvenation. That's what happens, right?
Yes.
Which is fantastic. So just like we do it we do it with food, we do it with our time. Whether we're deliberate with it or not, it is happening in your friendships anyway. Like there are friends that you haven't intentionally stopped, but they have stopped you. Or the friendship has stopped for whatever reason. Sometimes because you've relocated. Sometimes because they were friends associated because of social clubs or an interest, and now that thing's no longer an interest. And other times it's because you just didn't serve each other's life journey anymore or purpose. Right. And so, here's the fun part. It's happening whether you're choosing it deliberately or not. That's the bottom line.
Well, and what I found is most of my friends now, not so much recently, but in the past, most of my friends were accidental friends.
Accidental friends?
Yeah, they weren't chosen. I didn't choose them because they supported me in a certain way or they were on a life journey and the life journey I'm on matches or they're thought leaders and I'm a thought leader. Wasn't that type of thing. It was like you run into them. They were from high school or they're from university or they're from a job I used to have or whatever, right? They're accidental because you become friends because you're in the proximity and spend time with them. No. Doesn't mean they're the best for you. Like, for instance, we're talking about stopping, right?
Yeah, we are.
Have we ever served a client who needed to move because they wanted their kids in a different school district or to have different friends?
Oh, lots of times.
Right.
Like I couldn't count how many times that we've had that experience with clients.
So if parents know that the kids that they associate with in the community, the school or whatever is that important that they're willing to pick up and move to another location to change their kids' friends.
Right.
Why shouldn't an adult be willing to go, you know what, this person isn't serving me? Now, I'm not talking about, longtime friend and then they have a bad thing happen in their life or situation or illness. like 100% you need to be there to support that friend, right? That's the ride or die kind of friend. But I'm talking the ones that aren't serving you anymore.
Or maybe never were.
Yeah.
Because when they're accidental
and when I say serving,
friends,
I don't mean like they're bringing you dinner. I mean like maybe there's a habit you don't want anymore, whether that be drinking or drinking excessively or eating or gossiping or swearing or whatever it is. And whenever you're with that person, that's what they exude. That's what they bring out. And that's the habit that being with that person brings that habit out in you. Then maybe you need to release that friend so that you can release the habit.
Right. And it could be that habit could be something so simple as wasting time, binge watching on Netflix. There was a season of my life where I could tolerate that. Now, well, and I say tolerate because now I can't tolerate it, but where I kind of would have enjoyed that from time to time. Mm-hmm. So if I have friends that like, that's the only thing they want to do, it's not even that we're saying they're bad habits. We're not even saying that they're not evil. There's nothing wrong per se. Like you chose gossip and you chose, things that maybe aren't generally speaking good, right? Like swearing's probably not overly positive, but it could even be things that are positive for one person and not positive for another person. So it's not just bad habits. It's just not the habits. And that's why I like the word serve, that serve me or fit my life or suit what I'm up to in the world.
Or where your life is going.
Or where my life is going.
You know, like there's you know, there's friends that we purposely found, you know, and that they fit where we're going in life. But again, you talked about the 1,440 minutes. You only have so much time for friends. And what will happen is if you start spending more time with others, naturally, you'll spend less with the others or the relationship will die a natural death rather than a purposeful death.
Right. And that's what I was saying at the beginning. Like whether we admit it or not, whether you're admitting it to yourself or not, you can probably in 3 minutes, if you just grabbed a piece of paper right now and write down the friendships that you've had that no longer exist, that you didn't intentionally stop. And yet they still stopped. So the bottom line is this is happening anyway. Like it's happening. So it's just, let's do it with intention, choosing what we're looking forward to instilling. And it's not about serving only me. It's me also about serving them, because when it goes one way, it usually goes both ways when it's a fit.
And I'm not talking about killing off the friend, right? Let's just get that clear. Maybe killing the friendship, but not killing the friend. Okay. So when I talked about killing, I just wanted to make sure we got that clear. And, you know, it happens all the time in social media. You may have somebody that is in your feed because you're a social media friend, and what they put in their feed doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you.
Well, in fact, I would say it hinders you.
Yeah, so you can pause them, which means you don't get to see as much. You can unfollow, or you can delete them. Yeah. So just take it from the social media world. You just delete your friend.
Be kind about it, though. So, you know, we are grateful that we get to kind of do this journey with you. So I am going to say, if you haven't already written it down, write down who is working for you and you're working for them and who you are not. And then actually be intentional about it.
Yeah. We're grateful to be your partners, moving forward together on this journey of wealth, wisdom, and worth.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward.